Hey guys, today we're back with NFL predictions for week 5. Yes, we're in week 5 and we're doing NFL predictions for week 5. So let's hop right into this video. So let's start with a Thursday night football game. Rams versus the Niners. The 49ers, they lost to the Jaguars. Okay. The Rams, they beat the Colts by 1 score, but we knew that was gonna happen. This is in Los Angeles, and because the Rams have been looking very good, Puka's going off, Stafford's going off. The team last time the Rams were 3-1, they were going to go to the Super Bowl. They're going to the Super Bowl this year. Who knows? Maybe my Super Bowl pick from like multiple months ago is not that stupid after all. Who knows? But anyways, if I have to choose, I think I'm going to choose the Los Angeles Rams to beat the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers, though, just baffled by injuries. I know they got Brock Purdy back, but like now they face on difficult competition. If this was like an easy team, then there would be a good chance that the 49ers might take it. But this is the Rams, bro. They're a complete team. We're going to have to give it to the Los Angeles Rams. Then finally, we got the London game, early morning game. We got the Vikings and Browns. Oh, this is going to be shit. The Vikings, they lost to the Steelers. Carson Wentz absolutely looked not good at all. And the Browns, they're starting Dylan Gabriel. Now, last time we had an old veteran quarterback getting benched for a rookie quarterback, they won. Like the Giants, they beat the Chargers. Here's the thing, though. The Vikings do have an advantage because they're used to the time change now. They're used to London overall. They're used to the time change. That's mainly what I'm saying. They're used to the time change and the overseas travel because they've been there for a week. With the Browns, they just came from America, so obviously they're gonna struggle a bit. A and B, they're starting a rookie quarterback. And the offensive line's shit. The team is overall shit. I'm taking the Vikings. But if this was in America and Cleveland, I might take Cleveland to take the edge. But this is in the UK. The Vikings been in Europe for 2 weeks now. I'm taking the Vikings. Alright, now let's start up here. Texans and Ravens. This is going to be a difficult one. So, the Ravens, they looked absolutely terrible versus the Chiefs. Absolutely terrible. Lamar Jackson is injured and he's going to be out for this week. Houston, well, actually, they haven't fully announced Lamar Jackson will be out for 2 weeks, but most likely, though. Plus, just this multiple of injuries that the Ravens had. Plus, now you're having Cooper Rush start. But then you got the Houston Texans, which they look good. They shut out the Titans, but like, I bet you anyone can shut out the Titans. The Titans are the worst team in football. So, I don't know who to go here because both teams are not looking good. We could have a tie because apparently we have ties back again. So we could go for a tie here, but I don't see a tie. That's not often. This is going to be an absolute toilet bowl, but this is playing Baltimore. I'm taking the Ravens. They do have a better overall team still. They still got Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers. They still got a pretty good, but this is going to be an absolute snooze fest. But if the Texans win, I wouldn't be surprised either. But I'm going to take the Ravens. Alright, we got the Colts and Raiders. Colts. Easy. The Colts, they lost to the Rams. Okay, yeah, we all knew that. Here's the thing, though. The Rams are like one of the best football teams in the league. The Raiders, Geno Smith sucks. And what sucks is that you don't have a good backup rookie. Actually, no, you do have Kenny Pickett. No, Kenny Pickett's not a rookie. He's a veteran. Well, he's not veteran, but he's a quarterback, but it's not as good as Geno. So the Raiders are screwed at quarterback position because Geno Smith is ass, bro. He's the leading quarterback with interceptions with 7 in 5 weeks. That's something that we gotta check on. The Colts, they look the Raiders look absolute shit, but Ashton Genty's finally having himself a very good season. Brock Bowers, I don't know if he's either having a sophomore slump, or maybe because his his knee's still a little injured, but either way though, Colts all day. The Colts, they still a very good team. I don't think they're gonna beat the. They're only gonna beat the bad teams. I don't think they're gonna beat the good teams. But the Colts are gonna get a nice easy win versus the Raiders. Now we got the Cowboys and Jets. The Cowboys, they tied. I haven't seen a tie in a long time, but yeah, they tied with the Packers. They scored 40 points, and the Cowboys' offense is probably the best you ever seen. But the worst defense I have ever seen. The Jets, they suck. That's all I have to say. They just suck. But I feel like this is going to be a high-scoring game. Cowboys have no defense at all. The Jets, they showed some flashes, especially with the Steelers and Buccaneers game. They can play those games very close with high scoring. So this is probably going to be another high-scoring game. I'm going for the Cowboys, though. The Jets, they just suck, and I feel like they're just tanking for whatever reason. They have a good team. Well, they have like a decent team. But they don't know how to assemble the pieces because Aaron Glenn sucks as a coach, apparently. I bet you in like 2 seasons, Aaron Glenn's going to go back to Dan Campbell begging for his defensive coordinator job back. Makes sense. You give up, well, even though I don't think Campbell wants to get Aaron Glenn back, but you gave up 45 points to a rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels last year. Anyways, so now we got the Eagles and Broncos. Okay, this is going to be a low-scoring game. The Broncos, they BTA'd the Bengals. We all knew that. That was going to happen. Their defense is still elite. The Eagles, the offense is fine. It can really be a mix of both. Honestly, it can be good. It can be shit. It's just depends what Eagles you're gonna get. But this is getting played in Philadelphia. The Broncos. Like, that defense is going to stop Saquon and shit like that and the whole team. This is going to be a low game. This is going to be a low-scored game. This is going to be a boring-ass game. But it's not going to be completely boring, but it's going to be like a defensive battle, most likely. I'm going with the Eagles, though, to beat the Broncos. This is in Philadelphia, so obviously the Eagles are going to have the better advantage. So, yeah, we're going to go with the Eagles. Then, we got the Miami Dolphins versus the Carolina Panthers. The Dolphins, we won. We finally win a game. Holy shit. That feels nice. It feels so nice to have a game. Now, we almost choked versus the Jets, but we didn't. Because it was the Jets. It's not the Titans. It's the Jets. And you're talking about Titans. That was the 2023 Titans when we almost choked to. Well, we choked to. We're facing on the Carolina Panthers in Carolina. Here's the thing, though. I think I am going to take the Dolphins. Because if the Patriots can score 42 points on the Panthers, and I get it, Tyreek Hill is out for the rest of the season. Just let me remind you that we still have Malik Washington and Jalen Waddle and Darren Waller's back. Maybe Nick Westbrook-Ikini can do something. Tosh Washington, Devon A-Chain, like that offense is way better than the Patriots' shitty defense. So if the Patriots, the defense, offense, but if the Dolphins can, if the Patriots can score 42 on the Panthers, then we must go like 150 on the Panthers. I'm just saying, Dolphins are easy to win. But if this was week 3, if this game was happening in week 3, I'll definitely take the Panthers because they look good versus the Falcons. Again, they kept up 42 points to the Patriots, to the fucking Patriots. Right, easy, we got the win. Dolphins, no way beat the Carolina Panthers and continue on the winning streak. This is going to be a shitty game. Cardinals versus Titans, and this is going to be just like the Saints and Cardinals game. This is going to be a one-score game, I'm guaranteeing. The Titans, they got shut out to the Texans. The Cardinals, they almost came back, but they didn't, versus the Seahawks. The Seahawks absolutely... Like, the Cardinals team is not, like, the greatest overall. Kyler Murray sucks. Yeah. Overall, Cardinals are not the greatest team, honestly. Like, yeah, they're not. James Conner is out for the whole year. Marvin Harrison Jr. is not good. So, yeah, overall, it's a shit show. But the Titans, overall, I'm taking the Cardinals. This is going to be in Arizona. Now, if the Cardinals do blow out the Titans, I feel like Brian Callahan's going bye-byes. Brian Callahan's seat is so fucking hot right now. Like, his ass is burning. Titans are ready to get rid of him. Alright, now we got the Commandos versus the Chargers. Okay, so this is going to be a little interesting. They haven't announced if Jaden Daniels or Terry McLaurin starting. Because this is going to be a key essential in this prediction. Because what sucks is that those times that it's not too early to do predictions, but it's not too late to do them. So I don't know who's going to start. Because if Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin starting for the Commandos, I'm taking the Commandos over the Chargers all day. But if we're having Marcus Mariota play, taking the Chargers. So this is going to be a big what-if question. Now, I think Jaden Daniels might play. I don't know about Terry McLaurin, but it's still Jaden Daniels. So I am going to take the Commandos. Now, this is if. Okay, this is still a if the Commandos can beat, look at the Commandos start Jaden Daniels. So yeah. Alright, now we got the Bengals versus the Lions. Easy. Fucking easy, bro. This shit's easy. Lions. I'm taking the Detroit Lions to beat the Bengals. It's not even gonna be close. It's gonna be like a 50-point game. Lions offense is very good. The Bengals defense sucks. Jake Browning sucks. Zach Taylor's gonna get fired very, very soon. Lions, this is not even good. This is not even gonna be close. Alright, we got the Giants versus the Saints. Tank Bowl? A potential tank bowl between the Giants and the Saints. But Jackson Dart is starting. That's good. But the Saints, they almost beat the Buffalo Bills. Okay? They almost beat the Buffalo Bills. That is something. Okay? That's something I'll give them. They almost beat the Buffalo Bills, which is good. Okay? But the problem is, too, is that, the Giants, like, I feel like they're probably going to beat the Saints. Now, both of these teams are not the greatest, but I am going to take the Giants to beat the Saints. The Saints, they still suck, but they're not as bad as the Titans. But this is still a pretty easy pick. Jacksonville looks good. I'm taking the Giants. And now, we got a difficult game between the Buccaneers and Seahawks. The Buccaneers, they beat the when they lost to the Eagles, okay? The Seahawks are looking good right now. This is getting played in Seattle. I feel like Seattle's getting favored here. Baker Mayfield's very good. Injuries are taking over though. I'm not confident in this game, but I'm going with the Seahawks here. I'm not confident in this game. I'm just going to say that. I am not confident in this game. But either way, though, I am going to take the Seattle Seahawks to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now we're going to our primetime game. So primetime game number 1, Sunday Night Football. Bills versus Patriots. Yeah. I don't want to pick this, but I'm going to take the Bills over the Patriots. The Patriots, they still suck. Okay, they're not good. Compared to the Bills, who are not good either, but at the same time, the Bills are lucky to be 5-0. They're lucky for their schedule, okay? They should have lost to the Ravens, okay? That's the first thing. Then they faced on the Jets. They should have lost to the Dolphins. But they got an easy 2-game stretch with the Patriots and Saints. And I feel like the Bills probably have an easier stretch coming. Like, this is going to be, like, the Bills are lucky to be 5-0. They should be 5-0. It should be 3-2. But because the NFL loves the Bills, yeah, of course. Gonna go with the, gonna go with the Bills like here, I guess. Alright, now we got our last game, Monday Night Football. We got the Kansas City Chiefs facing on the Jacksonville Jaguars. These teams are very interesting. The Chiefs BTA'd the Ravens. Wow. Holy crap. This was an ass whipping for the ages. Like, wow. The Chiefs are back. They got Xavier Worthy. They got everyone. They're back. And in the Jaguars, they beat the 49ers, and Trevor Lawrence finally looks good for once in his goddamn life. That is, something. So, I'm gonna go. See, I don't know who to go here, but because the Kansas City Chiefs are very good. And plus also the Jaguars look good too. But I think I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs because this is gonna be a primetime game. Okay, it's gonna be primetime. I feel like the Jaguars are gonna probably choke you, most likely. So I could see that happening. That's why I am gonna take the Kansas City Chiefs to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. So yeah. Anyways, that is gonna wrap out our video. So hopefully you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.